That's why they call it Champion
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Let's go, let's go. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Spread right, 72. Watch the slip. Bunch right.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. A first down throw from Mayfield. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Yeah, good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Here's Mayfield being chased out left. He finds his man, Baldwin, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down to the hands of the wrong team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
36. There are also Back, check, 59. Watch the screen. Hey, spread right, smack.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles to Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Spread left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here from the right hash. This from 33. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, Mayfield. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Willie Henry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
What a spin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Robert Robert Golden, the one who got him down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A handoff to Barkley, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
Sunday.
But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Right, check. 59.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, spread right. Smack.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, spread right.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Mayfield looks to throw. A dump off to Elliott. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bruce Irvin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside, and it's a lot longer run, and you got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of bodies out leading a runner. And on this play, the defenders were finally able to rally to the ball after a big pickup of yardage and hurt him out of bounds.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go to Barkley again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Mayfield on 1st down. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he'll escape to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. And again, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
On first down, Bortles. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one by them.
Mike 39, Lucy.
Bortles to throw on second down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Al Woods able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Play fake. Mayfield. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's Elliott, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Looking for Pryor long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Bortles. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
I'll go.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The open man is Westbrook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go.
Bortles now on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The pitch goes to Barkley. Powers through. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Bortles going to look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Bunch right.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Sunday.
Watch the flood.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And for the 3rd straight play, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Wow.